the addiction, any disorder, bipolar, for your protection, just an injection. One bitter pill, hard to take, yeah. One more each day just to feel the same. Down the
Hi, this is Matt from Lady Obscure, and I'm here with Charlotte from Delain.
Hey!
And they're opening for Sonata Arctica, and we're in Worcester right now, Massachusetts. So welcome, first of all, to wonderful Worcester, downtown Worcester, where there's nothing going on.
It's good to be back!
But there's
there's a show going on
pizzeria.
tonight.
There's a show, there's a metal show, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the first thing I wanted to just touch on was that this is your second U.S. tour.
Yes.
Last time you were here with Camelot. And what do you think, as far as your experience last time with Camelot, how did that tour go over, and what did you learn from that tour?
Well, it went very well for us. It was really, as it was our first experience touring in America, we didn't really know, whether people know us here, like how many people coming to the gigs are actually also coming to see us, And it was for us like a really good surprise that we saw so many people in Delain t-shirts and so many people singing along to all the lyrics. So that was for us kind of a sign, like, okay, so we do have some people here who know our music, and actually we see the same thing right now, which is, it's very nice to know that, we do kind of have a following here, and that we do have some grounds to continue touring, and I'm happy that we were able to come back, because for European bands it's kind of hard to really get a foot on the ground in the US when it comes to touring. So I'm really happy that we were able to come back, relatively soon, and we're planning to keep it up. So.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I was actually at the Baltimore show last year with Camelot, right before Prague Power, and you definitely put on a great show. You won the audience over for sure, so I can definitely attest to that. So, speaking of Prague Power,
yes,
that was your U.S. debut.
Yes, it was.
And how was your experience at the festival, and what kind of recollections do you have from that?
Well, I really like the festival, and I really like the fact that you see this with a lot of festivals which are kind of geared towards a certain type of music, that everybody is kind of super friendly to each other, and there was just a really nice atmosphere of really this group of people who all came to either perform or see those bands play. It all kind of felt the same. It was a really, for me, there was a really warm atmosphere, and I really liked that about the festival. And it was really cool that we also got to perform the songs with Marco, who was also there with his band. So that was a special one. And I remember actually that the whole trip was kind of nice, because we had a hotel with a swimming pool. And, these are the details, but they kind of finished the picture of our first trip to the U.S. and such a lovely festival, and then such a nice time with the other bands hanging around the pool, and then we continued to South America. So it was a really cool thing, and a really cool start of our whole U.S. experience.
Excellent, and I was there for that too, and I can definitely say that you were definitely one of the highlights of that weekend. So.
Oh, thanks.
Yes, you're welcome. And now with because of Prague Power, do you think that gave you more opportunities to tour in the United States, or?
Well, I definitely think that the fact that show was a success, that it helped, if we would have sucked that day, I'm not sure if anybody would have been really excited to ask us back. So yeah, you know, I think it was definitely good. It was good circumstances for our first, for our US debut. So.
Well, I can definitely say that if Jen, Glenn's wife, had anything to do with it, you would be there playing every year, so.
I know, she's a darling.
She is.
Yeah.
Now, for this tour, and actually also the last US tour, you have a new drummer.
Yes, we do.
Ruben Israel?
Yes.
And what led to Sanders' departure?
Well, we kind of learned over the year that it became more difficult for him to do like the very long tours. He has 2 children, you know, and you know it just became very hard to combine the touring life and normal life. So this is why at one point we kind of made the decision like that we wanted it to be. You know, we didn't want to get the situation where you have to make a decision to really break because it's not possible anymore. So this is why last year we already invited Ruben to come on the tour, and right now we kind of see that, you know, this is going to continue like this. So Sander is still very much, you know, present, you know, on the backstage side of the band. And Ruben is just stepping forward, you know, to do the live performances. So it's a shift, and of course it's an important shift because when you're on tour, you know, when you're sharing the bus, 6 weeks is of course you become a team. So it's always kind of intense when something changes in that.
Yes.
But Ruben is fantastic, and you know, I'm very happy that Ruben wanted to really step in to join us, and that Sander is also, you know, not completely out of sight.
Good, that's
Yeah.
good to hear. And you know, definitely Ruben is a great drummer.
Yeah.
Hits very hard. He looks like a young boy, but he he hits very hard.
He's got the energy up front too.
Definitely has the energy.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the new album.
Yes.
This is the first album for Napalm, the actual first original album.
Yes. Yeah.
Besides Interlude, which was kind of a holdover.
Collection, yeah.
So you would have some kind of product before the new album to release on Napalm.
Yes.
Now we won't get into your former label. We'll leave them out of it.
Thank you.
But how is everything with Napalm, and how are they treating the band? And
Very well, very well. We really notice now that we are again with a label that, you know, we chose to work with them, they chose to work with us. We have confidence in each other. We're enthusiastic about the thing that we are doing, and we just notice from everything that they're very motivated to make this a success. You know,
Yes.
and it's very nice for us to know that that our success as a band is, you know, their success as well, and that they feel it like that. And this is what we really notice. And also, especially when we made this record, the one thing that for me kind of confirmed that trust is that, you know, they were not really present, you know, saying you should do this, you should do that. Something that with the Warner guys was something that they actually did a lot.
yeah.
And yeah, I've said it many times, you know, we are stubborn enough not to let that kind of steer us away from what we want to do. But it's just annoying when it takes so much effort to go there, while it's so easy to just do that. So this time we didn't have, you know, any. We could just rely on, you know, our own inspiration and creativity when we're working on the record, and we didn't have to deal with politics so much.
Excellent.
This was very nice.
Well,
So,
I'm glad. I'm definitely
yeah.
glad of that. That was. I felt that was a great choice, having Napalm. Pick you guys up, and you know, it was about time, because I know there was a lot of waiting in between We Are the Others and the new album. So
yeah, we're only realizing now how much that actually affected the band. I mean, we were there all the time, you know, pushing the record label to release, but we hear now from people who say, "Oh man, I love your album. You know, I was kind of worried with We Are the Others. Like, is anything still going to happen?" Of course, for us, this was never a question, but I can see now how for other people it might have been, you know, how that might have looked. So I am very happy that now we are back, and it took a long time for us to release We Are the Others, but by now, ever since We Are the Others, we actually released 3 albums in 3 years. So, you know, that's much better. It's a much better feeling.
Yeah, it definitely was,
Yeah.
because I know that it was really frustrating for you waiting for the release of We Are the Others. As far as the new album, I find that it's definitely a progression again from We Are the Others, a little heavier.
Yes.
And there's different themes on this album compared to We Are the Others, where We Are the Others had a lot of isolation and being an outsider, where this album has more of a concept to a little bit of it.
Yeah, true. I mean, it still kind of deals with the concept of otherness in a way, but it deals with it from very different perspective, whereas We Are the Others was very much about, you know, human beings and people regarding other people as different, and you know how they respond to that. This record also includes, like, you know, non-human others as well, and it's very much in the title of the record, The Human Contradiction, which I shamelessly stole from one of my favorite book series. And there they actually describe the human contradiction as the fact that humans as a species are both intelligent and hierarchic, and these are kind of contradicting qualities. And that this is actually, you know, the fact that we let our intelligence be led by this kind of hierarchic instinct. This is how they explain phenomena like, you know, sexism, racism, exactly the kind of things that makes us, you know, pick qualities in others and use those qualities to randomly place someone higher or lower on this socially constructed ladder. And I thought, actually, like, in this book, it is a work of fiction, and I thought that it was very poetically described, but I also thought that it was kind of striking how you can just put that one-on-one on, you know, real life. So I remember reading The Human Contradiction in that book and thinking, I've got to keep this for later. And it actually worked very well as an overarching concept for this record, where there's a lot of songs about otherness, but from very different perspectives.
Excellent, yeah, and I feel like the lyrics and the music go hand in hand, and they fit each other and complement each other really well. I actually gave the album 5 stars on Lady Obscura, just giving a little plug there. But now, as far as the rest of 2014, after the US tour, what does Delain have in store?
Well, we actually have our touring schedule pretty much filled in, like, very full until somewhere halfway end of 2015. A lot of that is not announced yet, but we will very soon. Keep an eye on our website. Yeah. In the meantime, we are actually already working on new songs for a next record. Yeah, so we're keeping busy.
That's great to hear. Well, I will let you go. I know you're busy with getting ready for the show tonight, but thank you so much for sitting down with me, and good luck tonight and on the rest of the US tour.
Thank you very much. It was so nice talking to you again.
Thank you. You too.